Five Nine Gamers? Welcome back to Five Nine Gaming. Today we have the Ultra Space Time Rush Podcast, episode 83, the superhero collab. And we got a lot of topics. We're going to be talking about Gamma 1, Gamma 2, their banner, two new equipments, one Awakened, one Platinum, and we're going to be talking about the free-to-play Z-Power that we've received for Gamma 1, which isn't really much, but yeah. So today we got Swift. Say what's up, bro.
Yo, yo.
Moj!
Yo, what's up, gamers?
And the Potassium Man himself, Battlemore.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I hope you all have a wonderful Legends weekend, especially since it's longer this time.
Oh yeah, isn't it a week? The Golden Week thing?
Long legend. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, sir. All right, so let's jump in. Oh, before I get into it, make sure you guys do like, subscribe, share. If you guys do enjoy the Five Nine Gaming content here. Without further ado, let's jump into it. So we have Gamma 1, who's green, which is a card that androids didn't really have for a very long time. I think the last green unit androids received was summonable was 21, right? The green 21 was the last green unit that the summonable that they received. So him being green
I believe
is very
so.
good for androids. He's a range trap as well, which kind of goes hand in hand with the new dual androids. Not so much with Cell, but this guy I feel like is a fantastic unit. I mean, he does insane blast damage. If he's paired with android allies, he gets even more damage. He's just great. He has card speed when he enters the battlefield. You do damage by 50%, which is a lot, but you know how offense works in this game. It's always gonna be better than defense, so it's not really gonna make him a tank, but he'll be able to survive a few hits here and there, right? And I feel like his second ability, Cutting Edge Android, is very good. He sees a one card slot when he faces the enemy, and he gets 10% blast damage for 15 timer counts. And then this happens every time he uses a Blast Arts card. He increases his own critical rate by 5% for six times, so that's 30%. And he also inflicts the enemy with attribute downgrade plus 15% to damage received. So it's gonna stack debuffs, he's gonna stack his critical rate, so that's gonna be a lot of damage right there. And he also has a very unique Zeal ability that even activates even if he is defeated. He restores ally health, activates 3 times, and reduces damage received by 20% for 10 timer counts when the enemy uses a special move arts card while this character is on the battlefield or standby. So very interesting, unique ability that activates even after death, which is I don't think we've ever had that in the game before, have we?
That's actually a first one.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting. And his green card is probably one of the better green cards in the game. He changes his own strike arts cards to blast arts cards. He gets 30 key and he gets 100% damage to the next blast damage inflicted. He mounts his own arts blast cost and he restores vanishing gauge by 70%, activates 3 times. A very powerful green card right there. So overall, I think he's great. His ability is also good. Androids and movies, even though his main team is going to be androids because he does need those android allies to get some of his passive buffs. But I feel like he's a very good 1% unit. What do you guys think about Gamma 1? I know Battlemore, you've used him. So just give me your take on Gamma 1.
I mean, Gamma 1 is really good, especially with his blast art. It gives 150% to blast armor. And that is crazy, especially when it stacks the damage. His blast damage is kind of crazy how much it does. It's just the strike does barely nothing comparison, but I can understand because Gamma 1 is the blast one, while Gamma 2 is the strike based one. I can understand that. And yeah, the green card is kind of busting stuff. But I have one problem with this though. The blue card that sure gives critical damage and blast armor and activation and stuff, but it doesn't really nullify endurance, which you don't really are afraid of. And with this meta, how it is, yeah. It's not going to change him a lot, especially when there's a lot of revives, endurance unit. It doesn't nullify really anything, just increase their own damage. But else, this is a fantastic unit. It's like doing everything that goes.
But I will say, if you're running him alongside 17 and 18 on androids, doesn't 17 and 18 have something where they can like just basically permanently like nullify endurance?
Yeah,
Yes.
they have a permanent thing.
So
It's just, I understand that they want to focus on that, but usually when you have a kit, and if they use a blue card, they don't need to be afraid of just letting it get hit.
I think they would be kind of busted if they would have gave them endurance nullification on their blue card. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it is a 1% unit, but if we compare those to Golden Frieza, which is back and forward, I understand.
Bro, honestly, looking at this guy's kit, because I haven't even really ran into him in PvP, but the fact that he gets card draw speed on entry, right?
Yeah.
And then it looks like he gets card draw speed on his main ability as well.
Yeah, he does.
So you have possibilities of getting 2 times card draw speed, and then you factor that in with the everything else he has, the damage that he does, the anti-blast armor, which I think is pretty good. This guy could potentially like counter Ultra Gogeta pretty damn well, because it's going to be tough to use your blast armor in these situations against him.
Right.
And yeah, like ZVG said, that green card is not, dude, the fact it restores Vanishing Gauge by 70%, it is only 3 times, but that's really all you need, man. You get your Vanish back a couple times, gain priority, and that's really the advantage that you need in PvP. So I think he's good. I just haven't really seen him in PvP. I think a lot of people are saving their Chrono Crystals right now for Anniversary, and rightly so. You know, I don't blame people for that. So, you know, maybe down the line when this guy pops up, maybe on other banners, possibly we'll start seeing him more in PvP. But yeah, he definitely seems good.
Yeah.
Dude, that 4th unique is so long. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's like a 5-paragraph essay, bro.
The Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 has like a long kit, and I do not understand.
Moji, any thoughts about the Gamma? Gamma 1?
Not that what's already been said. I like Swift said, I haven't ran across them in PvP and I haven't used them, so I can't. But like Swift said, I could see Gamma 1 being a strong counter to Ultra Gogeta with his anti-blast armor and his green card, man. His green card is insane.
I mean, I really like the units. Like, yeah, they are fun. They are, like, in the movie, superheroes, or they, at least what they are trying to say they are. Which is kind of hilarious. But I find it more interesting when they are heroes, but they not really heroes. But I do like their animation. I do feel like the cape is in the way, though, with their animations. I might be wrong. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I haven't used them or ran into them that much, so
Okay.
I can't really say.
Though they are fun to use, which is the point, I guess. It just I don't understand, why are they summonable? Why couldn't they be like free?
Oh, don't worry. We'll get into that topic later down in the podcast. But
Guess.
I think you pretty much covered the point here with Gamma 1. On Battle, you mind talking about Gamma 2?
Gamma 2 is like the most guy that actually shows poses and stuff, but I do enjoy using Gamma 2. Also, the reason why is because of the blue card that has that old cartoonish blue animation. You know, when it's like pow, kapow, everything like that. It's more just funny to me. Though Gamma 2 is mostly focused on critical as well, though it's more of a strike-based one. And yeah, he's increasing with critical hit. He gained 90% damage inflicted right out of bat. He gets damage reduction by 40%. He gets 15% to special move damage cost, minus 15. It cannot be cancelled. Nullified normal condition cannot be cancelled. And every time it faces an enemy, when enemy switches character, he gains key. He makes sure enemy's cut is sustained damage cut by 30%. He gains own crit rate by 50% for 10 timer count. And inflict enemy damage received by 20. I just find his second ability back and forward. Like with Gamma 1, this Gamma 2 also requires that if you have a tag Android battle member other than this character, that means that you just want to run them on Android. So you cannot really run them on the movie where they are in the movie. But you can run it by other androids, 100%. If you have other androids, they get permanent 30%, 30% to key recovery. Also, he has a certain timer count. He needs 30 timer counts in order to get that card draw speed. Which is, I hate when they wait with the timer counts before they get those card draw speed. Now he has a funny one too. In 170 timer counts, once it's elapsed, like it's only 10 counts in the game left, he gains like 7 Dragon Balls.
That's like almost that, dude. That is like a meme. That's like a meme buff. Like it's like if you make it to the end of the game, you just get a free rush. That is kind of funny.
Right.
That is extremely funny.
Hey.
That's like okay.
But so yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Also, he heals once the 50 timer counts has elapsed. But yeah, this Gamma 2's green card also is insane. Like heroic entrance. He gets a strike card every time he uses a green. He also heals by 5% and gain 30 ki. Increased strike damage. Nullify own element factor for 5 timer counts. And seals enemies' main ability for 5 timer counts. And it does stack.
Dude, that's pretty nice actually, being able to go type neutral. And if it's only for 5 counts, that's still pretty good if you have situations where like, you know, you're going up against, you know, type disadvantage. You can be able to pop this green card and like, you know, safely rush and stuff like that. I agree, sealing main ability is pretty nice. The one thing that stood out to me about this guy is it seems like he's just going to be like critting nonstop. Like Battle said, he gets 50% crit rate when, I think it's when the enemy switches or something.
Yeah,
and then he
every
gets,
time enemy switches.
yeah. And then he gets another 25% crit rate on his main ability. So there's going to be situations where he has like 75% crit rate, which is pretty wild. Like I said, I haven't really seen these guys in PvP, but I almost guarantee this dude would probably do decent damage, especially with all the crit.
Yeah, and I understand that most people don't really see them in PvP because people want to save those
Yeah.
Chrono Crystals for
Yep.
the anniversary. That is almost like a month away. And with these units, they just want to do the daily summons. And yeah, with the Gamma 2, yeah, in Gamma 2, sure, he restores ki every time he uses a strike card. His main ability gives him permanent buff, shorten Ella's substitution card by 3, gains a blue card, then get next special move damage increase. This is a fun unit, really fun if you just want to focus on crits and just attack. Unlike Bardock that gives everyone crits and stuff, this is there for him and him alone. So
Yeah.
it's not really restricted that your entire team gets it.
And he gets another 25% crit rate on his blue card too. So if you have, like I said, if you have those situations where you have the 75% and then you pop this blue, you're basically guaranteed to get those crits, which is kind of
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, the blue card hits hard. And you don't really see a lot of high star on this Gamma. Just like I said, people want to save, and you will see a 3-star, maybe highest like 6-star, maybe even 7-star if they are really summoned, because there are not a lot of people that always save. There are content creations you can fight like that. So yeah, I mean, I really like the unit. He is so much fun, and they don't have their English voice actor yet, so they are literally talking Japanese in PvP. Even if you are playing in English or any other language, they will still talk in their Japanese because that's only what they have been confirming that they have.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they don't have their English voice actor yet, or any other language.
Yeah, they don't.
Only Japanese.
So, I mean, I was gonna say, you know, like I could maybe see Android main summoning for this, but the issue that I keep coming back to is androids already have like a pretty top tier lineup. So, I guess you could see situations where Gamma 1, Gamma 2 could come into use on the android team, but at the end of the day, androids or not androids, but specifically Future with androids on Future is a top tier team. And you already have the lineup ready to go for that team. So it's not like these guys are really required for that team, right? I mean, you're going to be running Purple Cell, 1718, probably like Future Gohan, and then you're going to optimize your bench for those 3 units. So,
Yeah.
you know, the argument to be made is like these guys could be useful on androids, but you know, you're basically taking somebody else's, or you're taking another unit spot on the team. So I don't know. I think it's the combination of Anniversary being so close and also the Future / Android team is already really good as it is right now. So that's probably why we're not seeing them. Like I literally, I don't think I've seen a single Gamma 1 or 2 in
Me too.
PvP. So,
Me either.
There is also one thing. It's because the Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 is only restricted to like androids if they want to have all their buffs.
right.
So even if you have like a movie team, which they are movies, you still need androids for them to get the buff.
Yeah. Makes sense. And yeah, and we're so close to anniversary, man. I think the smartest thing for people to do is save, because we're about to see, I mean, the power creep we've been seeing lately has already been pretty nuts, and I guarantee these anniversary units are going to be on another level, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of saving, how about we talk about that immaculate banner? Am I right, Moji? Am I right?
You are actually right. This immaculate banner, let me tell you about it. 1200 Z power or double the Z power at least on this banner for the first period. It is up until the 11th, and yeah, we get. Looks like they built it around a base Sagas from the movies team, but overall, I'm sticking with my gun, saying to save. Do your dailies if you're really looking for these androids, but should really be saving toward anniversary, which is about a month away.
Yeah, I agree for sure. It's like I said, the anniversary units that I don't know what's coming, but I can almost guarantee they're gonna be on another level. So
Exactly.
I agree.
And don't worry if you don't get this banner. There's actually 2 banners, and the 1200 Z power banner will run out, but we'll have the second banner with the 600 Z power up until the 20th of July. So you got plenty of time to get Gamma 1 and 2 if you decide to not summon now. Do your dailies. You'll probably get lucky and at least get a copy of them.
I could be wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised if they came back on an anniversary banner. I could be wrong, or maybe if not anniversary, maybe like a banner like right after anniversary. That's usually what they do, is they bring these units back, a month or 2 down the road. So
I agree.
Yeah, I do think that, because we all know that a banner is coming out June 11th or June 12th, right, or sometime after that, with the movie units, right, like the main boss and the Piccolo and the Gohan, right? So there's no way I don't see Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 be on that banner. I feel like they will be featured on that banner as 1%. If not, then that would just be another missed opportunity by by Legends. But I do expect them to come back, so I would just skip this banner easily.
Easily.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, their kits are honestly not bad. Like I'm actually, because like I said, I didn't even know what they did, or I haven't seen them in PvP, so I was just glancing at their kits while we were talking, and I was actually surprised, like all the stuff that they gave them, like the Vanish Restoration, the insanely high crit rates. They actually seem like they have decent kits, but like I said, I keep coming back to the fact that the future / Android team is already pretty much set up, so I don't think these guys are really required on the team, but if you want to summon for these guys and you want to throw them on the team and play around with them, I'm sure they're going to be viable. Just glancing at the kits, they look like they're viable. I don't think the stats look too insanely good, but then again, it is a regular sparking unit, so they're definitely not bad stats, but the kits alone, definitely, I think they look pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. That's pretty much it for the banner, right? We all agree that the banner sucks and you should skip, right?
Yeah, definitely safe,
right?
Pretty much.
Essentially. All right, so we can go ahead and talk about the 2 new equipments that dropped on the reset. We have the Awakened Cheeky Brat, and we have the Saga Film Movies Platinum Green equipment. So, Swift, do you want to take this one, bro?
Yeah, absolutely. So first I'll talk about the Awakened Cheeky Brat. You got up to 25% base strike defense on slot 1, up to 25% blast defense on slot 2, and then you get 5% health and blue card damage on slot 3. And honestly, I don't think you're going to want to use this equip on Purple Cell. I think Purple Cell already kind of has some pretty good options equipment-wise, but I think this equipment would be really good on 17 and 18. It is only 5% HP, but at the same time, you factor in you're getting double defenses up to 25%, so that's gonna help make them a little bit more tanky. And then blue card damage is always nice. I think 17-18's blue card hits pretty hard as it is. So I think this equip is actually pretty good. It's gonna be good on 17 and 18. And ZVG can correct me here if I'm wrong, but I do think Purple Cell already has like best in slot options. So I think this is more for 17 and 18, but I could be wrong. What do you think, ZVG, on this specific equip?
I think it is very optimal on 17 and 18. I feel like, you know, it
Okay.
was probably made for them, right? Because
Yeah.
it does give double defense, right? And it does give HP and special move damage, which you guys didn't know special moves. Androids love special move damage because they are left with their special move card, right? So you're gonna wanna power that card up. So I think that this equipment is very, very, very important for them. Also too, if you're worried about damage, I feel like the Androids already ramp up significantly. Like their ramping up is like on par with like Rival Gohan and, you know, Zenkai 18 in her prime. So you don't have to worry about them doing damage, but this equipment makes him a lot more tanky, gets HP plus double defense, and it also, you know, boosts up their special moves. So I feel like this equipment is probably one of the more optimal equips for the Androids, along with either the Android Saga Plat or the Don't You Agree Awaken Android equipment that gives double offense and special move damage along with up here. So I feel like if you're an Android main and if you have Tag 18, you need to grab this equipment. It is very good for them. Very, very good. But for
So you
every
could
other
run-
Android, not so much.
Okay. So you could run this equip with the double defense, a little bit of HP and blue card, and then you have the other equipment option with double offense. So that,
Yeah.
that would actually give 17 and 18 a pretty well-rounded equipment options here. So all right, so yeah, so this one is mainly for 17 and 18, and then we got the plat equip called I Thank You. It is only for green sagas from the movies. They have to be sagas from the movies and green. So as of right now, I think that this one is going to be obviously for Gamma 1, and then really the only other units are like the green Broly that
Oh
came out
my
at
god,
Festival.
let's not even talk about that guy. Let's not
Yeah, that's what I'm
even-
saying. There's really
even
not
talk about that guy.
there's really not other options here. You're only going to be using it for Gamma 1. And then we are getting the Zenkai for Green Absorption Goku in a month or two, so possibly, you know, if they make him pretty good, I know, you know, this could be a decent option for him because this equipment does offer health restoration. So in slot 1, you got strike defense up to 12.5% and then up to 12.5% health restoration in slot 1. Slot 2, base strike attack up to 25%, and slot 3, base blast attack up to 30%. So honestly, looking at this equip, this is a pretty damn good equipment. It's just the issue is you're restricted to green sagas from the movies. So like I said, right now it's just going to be for Gamma 1. Looking at the units that can use this equipment, there's really I don't see anything viable here, maybe besides Gamma 1. So right now just for Gamma 1, and then possibly in the future if they drop other green sagas from the movies, or down the road when we get the Zenkai for the Green Absorption Goku, this might be a good option because I think the Green Absorption Goku does heal on his main ability, so that
Yeah.
health restoration would come in handy.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of right now, you're only going to use this on Gamma 1, so we'll have to wait and see if we get other green movies units down the road. But just looking at the equipment alone, it looks pretty good. I love health restoration equips, and 30% base blast attack, 25% base strike attack. Those are pretty high percentages, and a little bit of strike defense on slot 1. So definitely a pretty good equipment. I just hate when they limit it so much. I mean, I guess I can understand they don't want to make it just for sagas from the movies in general. That I mean, I can understand that because it does look like a very, very good equipment. So you're just kind of limited on who you can use it on right now. So
Yeah, I think the equipment is very good. I feel like it's only for Gamma 1, obviously, but as you've mentioned, you know, that Super Saiyan, that Prima Absorb Goku is gonna Zenkai in July or somewhere around there, right? And this would be perfect for him. So I feel like if you're a movies main, you should definitely farm this up because you never know when a new green movies unit might come out. Who knows? Maybe even the new Gohan or Ultimate Piccolo is gonna be green. You know, we never know. So anything can happen. I think you should still grind up if you're a movies main. Even if you're not a movies main, grind up anyway. Who knows? Maybe a movie unit comes out for your team and they're green, and this is probably the best equipment for them. You know, just have it just in case. Has
Yeah.
anybody here grinded it? Moji, Baltimore? Have you guys grinded?
I-
What are your takes on it?
I have ground up the item, but I haven't had an opportunity to use it yet. All my resources have been going into Cell's platinum. So,
Makes sense. We all know how cancerous those LF plats can be.
exactly. So I haven't had a chance to farm it up to ZZ Plus yet, but it is on the list of items that I'm going to be working on.
Yeah.
Honestly, my recommendation is try to, if you have extra energy to spend and you're a movie main or you're somebody that's looking forward to possible future movie releases, I would, if you have extra energy to spend, I would try to get a good first slot and then maybe set it to the side. You don't have to, dedicate all of your resources into getting it to a Z. But as long as you have that first slot ready to go, and then if something comes out where this equipment might be able to be used, then you can grind it up. Or if you have a bunch of resources and you don't really care, go ahead and grind it. But if you're trying to, kind of budget your resources, I would say go for that first slot and then just kind of take it easy from there and see what we get.
I definitely agree with you, Swift.
Yeah, I do hate the middle slot on this equipment because it's like 10% up to 25.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's like, well, I was like, bro.
Really broad range. I hate when they do that.
Can it just be short and be happy with this?
And one thing I want to mention, which is kind of like going off topic a bit, but I think movies is the team with the most plats in the game, related to their colors, right? Because movies is only missing a red unit plat for that tag. So movies has been a lot of movie plats. They got yellow, they got purple, they got blue, they got a lot, man. So maybe we see a red one coming out in June with the movie. Who knows? But I feel they're kind of giving movies a bit too much love with these plats. I feel like other tags could use some plats as well.
Where is that Super Warrior plat?
Baltimore win for it.
Oh, come on. Give it to me.
You're actually right. You're right about that, though, ZVG. They have a really good yellow Sagas from Movies equip. They have a really good purple option. Yeah, you're right. They I don't know why they're doing that, but they're kind of just dropping these specific colors for Sagas. And it's probably, like I said earlier, they don't want to just drop a general Sagas from the Movies equip where you could just like farm like 6 of them and just throw it on the entire team, because that might be too good. But I don't know. But yeah, it seems like that's the pattern right now. They're dropping just specific colors for movies.
I think it's because of movies has the most broad tag, because there is a lot of movies and there is a lot of different characters. And while they focus on sagas, then movies.
Yeah, that's a valid point for sure.
Yeah. For sure. But yeah, I think our next topic is the way that they handled the free to play, quote unquote free to play Gamma 1. Right. What were your guys' reaction to them only giving us 100 Z power for the Gamma 1?
I thought they were joking.
I thought it was an April Fool's joke. I had to check my calendar, man.
Yeah, same. I was like, why? That made no sense whatsoever. I was like, why just 100? This does not count as getting the unit.
It's not even a star.
Yeah.
Just literally the copy of the unit. I don't know what Toshi was thinking.
What, you guys don't want to jump in with a 0-star unit? What's wrong with you guys?
Hey, man. I like to at least have one.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of it's almost like a joke at this point. It's like, dude,
I think it's very insulting, to be honest. Like,
it kind of is.
Especially the way they hyped it up on the reveals and stuff.
Exactly, man.
It was, you expected to be able to farm at least a 4 or 5-star unit.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, it should have been at least a single copy. Like I think it should have been at least 600 Z power. That's just my opinion. Maybe a little less, who knows? But I would have liked to seen 600 Z power. Because in reality, what's 100 Z power gonna do? Either you're not gonna summon on the banner and you're just gonna have a 0-star unit, which is just realistically not gonna be usable in PvP, or you're gonna summon on the banner. Let's say you pull a copy, you get 1200 Z power. Okay, what's that extra 100 really gonna do? Not too much. You're gonna have to have other Z power saved up to really take advantage of it, anyways. So I don't know. I guess they want to throw it out there and be like, hey, we gave you guys 100 Z power, but at the end of the day, 100 Z power is not doing much. So.
I mean, I would like what they did, like with the last time they did a movie collab, like with Fury Broly. You get it for free, and once they release banners and stuff, there will be a different Gamma 1 and Gamma 2.
So you wanted different versions of Gamma 1 and Gamma 2?
I mean, that's what they can do. They can sell it. Like, you get a free-to-play one and not a free-to-play one. I mean, literally, we did get the exact same with the Fury Broly.
I feel like they kind of rushed the Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. I feel like it's so obvious. Like, the banner makes no sense. I don't know why do they have their own banner when we have an Android's banner with the tag 1718? Dude, could you imagine the value of this 1718 banner with the Gammas in it, bro? It'd be probably like the best banner in the last 2 years, no cap, because the value is already insanely high. But if they added the Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 to that banner, bro, that would have been just an insane banner.
Yeah.
That's where they should have been, to be honest. Like, they kind of belong on that banner, on the 1718 banner, I mean.
I agree.
Just because it's androids, and especially for new players, if you're somebody that maybe doesn't have a fully set up androids team, but you're trying to build one, you can just put all your CC into 17 and 18 banner, and you can end up with a pretty good team. So that's probably where they should have belonged.
I mean, I feel like the situation is like last time, like when they released an LF and then suddenly 2 other GT showed up as a different banner. I don't understand why, but that's what they did. You know, with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and then suddenly Majub and Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Oh,
I'm wondering if they're... Oh, go ahead.
No, it's fine.
I was gonna say, I'm wondering if they're trying to, because kind of like I brought up earlier, like you're not really seeing too many pure Android teams. Like most of the time, if you see 17 and 18, you're gonna see Purple Cell. They're most likely gonna be on Future or some type of version of like a powerful opponent team. So maybe with the 2 Gammas, you could try and build like just a pure Androids team. But I still think I think Future is overall just gonna be a better team right now. But maybe that's what they're trying to do. But still, that's no excuse for making separate banners. I still agree. I think it would have been a lot better if they were on the 17-18 banner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Either that or anniversary banner, depends on what they are releasing.
Yeah.
I almost feel like the Gamma 1 and 2 should have waited a little longer.
Yeah, because I mean it's tough dropping units right before anniversary. The units have to be really damn good. Like 17 and 18 are an example of what a unit should look like if you're gonna drop it before anniversary. And like I said, Gamma 1, Gamma 2, looking at their kit, they do look decent, but with literally anniversary being like a month and a half away, however long it is, it's tough for people to validate summoning on a banner like this. But you know, 17 and 18, they're really, really damn good. You have Future Gohan on the banner as well. You have the other Trunks Gohan dual unit. So I would argue the 17-18 banner, there is definitely a reason to summon on that, even though it's right before anniversary. But the Gamma banner, I just don't see a reason to summon on it right before anniversary. Especially if you're like free to play or a Dolphin or anything like that. It's just not worth it in my opinion. But
So
yeah.
how much CC did you summon on?
What's that?
So how much CC did you spend on the banner?
I've only done dailies. Yeah, I'm not putting my CC. I think I have like 8 or 9k CC saved up. So it's a nice little start for anniversary. I'm hoping between now and anniversary I can maybe get up to like 20k or 25k, somewhere around there. That'd be a nice little start for anniversary.
I see.
But yeah, what teams are you guys using in PvP right now? I'm just curious.
Android. Future.
Yeah, Future. I know you got a pretty nasty Future setup, ZVG. What are you using, Moji?
I'm using a red purple powerful opponent future setup.
Oh, I think I've seen that with Red Zamasu.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that. Red Zamasu, Purple Cell, and who else? And 1718.
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually a really nasty setup, dude.
Yeah, double HP.
It's crazy how much value Merge Zamasu has risen lately. I mean, like, bro, a couple months ago, you would not see any Merge Zamasus, but nowadays you see the red LF Zamasu all over the place.
That's how you know the meta has been going back and forward.
Meta's shifted. You need that red option.
Yeah. Now that Kaioken Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku exists, like you need a red.
Yeah.
It's
CMZ is
hard to
insane,
counter.
man. CMZ is, and I know Moji's team. I think it's the team that the guy who's at number 1 right now is running. Well, what I did was I put Future Guan Leader, Cell Androids, and I have CMZ on the bench along with Zenkai 21 and Zenkai Red Rose. So anytime I see any Kaioken player, bro, double reds clapping their cheeks.
Yeah, you
every
have
single time.
that option.
Every
Yeah.
single time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially against GGY Gaki, it works wonderful, bro. Because once CMZ touches either Valos or Kaioken, they're dead. Like it's just a wrap at that.
And he's got a good Z ability too, so it's
Yeah.
not like you're missing anything putting him
Yeah.
on the bench. Like he's actually got a really good Z ability.
Yeah, but with Modi setup, you could double Zenkai bench the droids for sure.
You can double Zenkai. I run Red Rose, but I'm Zenkai buffing Cell with Purple 21.
Oh,
'Cause I'm
okay.
running a double health setup with Mai and 21 for the future. So
Yeah, since they have
then
the
I'm-
future tag.
because since they all have future tags, so
Yeah. I'm just
that's
being
what
weird.
I'm
and
doing.
using
I'm having a
Aisha.
lot of fun with it.
Nice. Well, meanwhile, I'm using Cell with the droids with Shenron. No
Dude,
comments on that.
I feel like I haven't seen Ice Shenron in PvP in like a year.
Dude, Shenron is the perfect counter to the droids because if they switch, like lock in, they take more damage, more sub counts, and increase their art cards. Like I won so many. I got God rank with this team, and I cannot understand still why. I was
Well,
like, "Bruh."
That is impressive, but it's probably obvious. You said you're running 1718 and Purple Cell as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably just it's the combination of those two units just being insanely good. And it's the same thing for me. Like right now I'm using every once in a while I whip out Clapku, and the only reason is because Ultra Goku carries the team. You know, it's like kind of the same thing where I wouldn't be using Clapku if Ultra Goku wasn't there. So you get these really good units that are ridiculously good, and you can actually build some pretty unique setups just because those units are so damn good. So
Yeah, I'm using, like I said, I only use Ice Shenron when I know that they are using the droids, and that is my counter to it. And so far it's been working. I only lost like 1 to 2 fights, but that's because I faced like yellow, green, green. Then I'm screwed.
But honestly, I think Merge Zamasu, the reason, you guys already brought up, Ultra Goku's all over the place, so there is a very good reason to bring a red unit on your team. But also, looking at his kit, he just has really high damage multipliers. I think they did a really good job building CMZ's kit. And even though there was a period there that you didn't really see ZMZ in PvP, I think when he first came out, he was extremely good, and people were using him for a while. And then I think, Ultra Gogeta came out, a very, very strong blue unit, and people just kind of stopped running red units for a while. And now that we have the yellow Kaioken Goku, people have a reason to bring red units again. And I just think, this is the type of damage modifiers that we need to see if a unit is going to be viable for a long time. I mean, you just look at the first unique on CMZ, boom, 80% damage inflicted. That's before I read anything else on his kit. That's a pretty high number compared to Rose's 30% strike damage. There's a
My
huge
God, Rose.
difference between. Oh, dude, yeah, Rose kills me, man. It's so disappointing. And I've said it before, but the reason is Rose just, number one, doesn't have the best stats. I guess his defenses aren't that bad, but offensive wise, he doesn't have the best stats. And really the only damage modifier that Rose has, I believe, is the 30% strike buff. And you compare that to a unit like CMZ, like I said, boom, he comes into the battlefield. Or no. This is actually when battle starts. It's just permanently cannot be canceled when battle starts. He has an 80% damage buff. So, those are the type of buffs that we need to be seeing on these units if they want to be viable for a long time. So I think CMZ came out. When did CMZ come out? Has it been over a year?
Yeah.
It's 30th anniversary, so it's about a year.
Okay, so yeah, it's been a minute, man, and he's viable right now, like very viable. So
one thing I'm gonna mention, so I don't know if you guys saw this, but the Gammas, they don't have the powerful opponent tag. What some people are, assuming that's kind of like a hint towards the movie, where like we know something's coming, right? But do you guys actually think we probably get like Cell coming back in the movie or anything of that sort? Since we know that the Gammas aren't the main villains, essentially.
I mean, there is a good speculation on that. Either that or he is just trying to create their own version of Cell, like he did with the androids. Like they need to absorb Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, just like Android 13 absorbed Android 14 and 15.
Either something like I'm gonna say either that or like a canon version of 21.
Yes, I agree with that. Oh, can't wait.
That'd be pretty hype.
I agree 100%.
I think because we've never seen obviously a Dragon Ball Super Cell, right? I mean, Cell is Dragon Ball Z, right? So I think it would be extremely cool, and I think it would be a good way to hype up the movie, just because Cell it's just a nostalgic thing. I mean, even for myself, my favorite point in all of Dragon Ball is Teen Gohan versus Cell, hands down. I grew up with Dragon Ball Z. I do love Dragon Ball Super. I love God Key and all that good stuff. But if you had to if you had a gun to my head and you had to force me to pick like my favorite point in all of Dragon Ball, it would be Teen Gohan versus Cell. So I think it would be a moneymaker for them. It would be, good to attract people. The best part would be not only would new Dragon Ball fans love it, but old Dragon Ball fans would love it. It would be like the best of both worlds if they did bring Cell back. So I don't know if they're going to, but if they did, I think it would definitely help make the movie more successful. I think, like I said, the older Dragon Ball fans would really love to see Cell come back. I don't know how they're going to handle bringing him back and stuff like that, but I think it would be cool. I definitely think it would be cool.
I think it'd be cool. I think, like Battle said earlier, if they bring Cell back, it's not going to be the Cell we knew.
Right.
It's going to be some sort of new version of Cell.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure.
But who knows? Maybe there's some sort of Dragon Ball shenanigans, and it is our Cell that's just been powered up beyond.
There was like a small cell. There was like a small particle of Cell that was floating around, and since he can regenerate himself, he just like that'll be the storyline. Like, oh, there was I had a particle over here chilling, and I was able to regenerate myself.
Probably.
It just took.
Maybe or
just
samples
took
from
years
Cell
and years.
Juniors. Who knows?
One of the Cell Juniors survived, and it grew up to be Cell
exactly
X
that.
or something.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah. But I think we pretty much covered our topics. It's kind of like a short podcast this week because Legends is dry. We don't really have any events or anything of that sort, So hopefully during the anniversary they ramp it up because this is just not acceptable. Like the game is just bare bones right now. But hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast number 83, Ultra Space Time Podcast. I'm ZVG, joined by Swift, Moji, and Battlemore, and I'll catch you guys in the next Final Gaming video. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Later, gamers.
Have an awesome extended Legend weekend.